What's going on, everybody? It's the Super Robot, and today we're going to talk more about the Adamas Machina PREDAKING. So basically, this is AMT-02. AMT-01 was the Rodimus, and I think AMT-01EX is the blue one. We're not going to talk about that. That's another story for another day. Today, we're going to talk about these guys. Now, in this one, the leader, RAZORCLAW, is the biggest and the tallest for that matter, and the other limbs are a lot smaller. That's the first thing I want to look at. Honestly, that should not be. They're all the same size. I don't know why they have this. Like, everybody's at this thing where Grimlock was supposed to be the biggest Dinobot. He was not. All the Dinobots in G1 were the same size. All that started when you got to like, what was it, like Animated and all the other series where, because they don't usually, the idea is not to make the other Dinobots. They only want to make Grimlock. So they make Grimlock the most biggest and imposing. And as a toy, he is. And in reality, for you guys that never were G1 and don't really understand, they were all the same damn size in robot mode. Let's end that right now. Go look at the cartoon. If not, get out of this video because it's not for you. Now, we're moving on. Next, we're going to see the robot modes, and this is where you're going to really see the telltale signs of each. I don't have sizes for any of these at this time. Just know that this is not meant to fit in with your mainline stuff. This is a one-off like the Rodimus. So first we're going to start with Tantrum. Of course, Tantrum is the, if I'm not mistaken, right leg or left leg. I don't know, but you can put him anywhere. He comes with the feet plates as weapons on the side. Now remember, these are going to also be made of metal. So the reason why it's $325, it's not an all plastic toy. These uses a very high quality plastics. If you have the AMT-01 Rodimus, you'll know what I mean. But yeah, so far, I do like the look of these. Next is Headstrong. He's the other leg. I love the colors. I like the sheen. This is metal and plastic, high quality plastic. So this is why you're paying $325. Okay. Get out of your feelings. Okay. You spend more on stuff that's smaller than this. You Legends fans, collectors. I'm so sick of listening to people go on and on and on. We're gonna go dive in and get heavy in this today. So yeah, there he goes. He's got, looks like part of the gun as his weapons. I mean, he's small. He's small. Next is Rampage, and he's the same. He turns into like the Panther, Puma. I think that's what he was. But typically, yeah, he's gonna be tiny. Yeah, they're small, man. There's only 11 inches, so let that sink in. That's still shorter than your average combiner, you know. But remember, this is based on a Studio Ox episode of Call of the Primitives. You're buying this because that's what you're basically seeing on the screen. Next, we have Dive Bomb, which is an arm, and he forms the wings that will become PREDAKING. Same thing. He tiny guy with, you know, with the parts to form the wings on the back of the toy. Like I said, I want to reiterate, this is not a mainline replacement. If Hasbro is going to make a new PREDAKING and you want something that's really going to fit in line, either get this or go back and get the Power of the Primes version. Next is RAZORCLAW. He is the leader. Now, he would be the biggest. I don't have size dimensions. I got these from one of the Chinese sites that I peruse every so often, so I don't know what I can't read it. But anyway, he's the biggest. He's going to be RAZORCLAW. Now, he's going to probably have the most engineering of all three due to his size. Looks like he gets the rest of the cannons and guns that kind of attached to his person, but he gets even more weaponized, and he gets like the weapons. You know what it remind me of? And I know I'm going to say this, Fans Project used to do stuff like this with their combiners. Go back and look at Dino King. Dino King, if you look at the individual robots there, the first set, not the re-release with all robots in one pack. In the original sets, they came with different, there is some differences in the weapons. I have 3 from the original, and then I have the gift set, which is currently on my shelf. Anyway, back to PREDAKING. So here's PREDAKING. These are more pictures that we probably have already seen. Some of them we have not. The biggest one is going to be the comparison. I'll get to that at the end of the video. But anyway, very posable. Like I said, 11 inches. He's going to be smaller than the other combiners. So please, again, before you come in and saying this is too expensive, know what you're getting into. If you have not bought into the Machina Adamas line, you are basically not, you don't know what you're talking about, so don't come in here with that. Basically, the quality of these figures are different than that of the ones you get from Hasbro and the ones you get in the store. These are more made of metal. The plastic quality is high quality. The thing is going to be really posable, but you know that this is only going to be for that one-off. So before you go jumping in and trying to, you know, bash and trash this figure, remember, you're talking out the side of your neck. Now, the weapons, this time we didn't see that in the last video store on the back. The sword is on the back. He has more than one sword, all the guns. He is complete. That's the other thing. Remember, we got power to primes. All we got was, you know, they don't ever like to give us everything. So I'm just saying, I'm not advocating for this. I'm not going around telling people, you know, you should buy this. Always, of course, make an informed decision. But before you go to the forums and all that, trying to tell you that this is trash, be forewarned of what you're getting into. When you buying this, if you're looking to put this, and anyway, if you do want to put this as a replacement for your Predaking, then that's your choice. No one should tell you what to do. But is this going to be drastically different than what you're even getting with Hasbro right now due to the aesthetics alone? And that's what really has my attention, is the aesthetics. It is from a very good episode that I think if you were a G1 fan, Call of the Primitives always stuck out in my head. The animation was different. It was not say jarring, but jarring in a sense that the animation in that episode was so different than the crappy animation we got prior. It's always stood out. Like, I literally remember going to school in like 1986, 87. I don't know what years. I was in middle school and from 84 to 87. And then after that, I went, you know, I was in high school from 87 to 92. But yeah, I had a year when I left back because I didn't want to go to school. So I just didn't go. It's a long story. I'll never tell you about it. But anyway, yeah. So I remember this episode. I remember coming to school the next day and everybody, look at here. He is the same size as G1 Predaking. That's pretty cool. But I remember coming to school coming to school, the episode Call of the Primitives was highly talked about. We didn't used to talk about a lot of episodes of Transformers like that, you know, except for when Optimus Prime came back. Return of Optimus Prime was talked about for like days, you know. But I remember coming to school and everybody's like, did you see that episode with the Predaking? All the Beast toys was fighting that thing. And I remember the energy ball, the one that turned into like a lion or something. They used to have those like these weird toys at a place down in Charleston called Rainbow Market. And my friend had one and he was just showing it. And like he came to school with it. Everybody's like, oh, that kind of make me, you know, it was just a time you had to be there. If you weren't there, you just weren't there for it, you know. Too late, sucks for you. Anyway, yeah, Call of the Primitives is one of those episodes that stands out for the test of time for 40 years. Therefore, the design of this is going to stand out. Therefore, if you're buying this, you know why you're buying it. It is because specifically the episode of Call of the Primitives and nothing else. Do not trash people for wanting this. Do not trash people for not wanting this. Just know and get yourself informed of what you're getting into, because it is $326. And technically at 11 inches, it does put him behind the current combiners made by Hasbro and the Age of the Primes and Studio Series line. So you have your information. You have your orders. I have no links. I had it in the previous video. Not post another link here. Go forth and get those toys, my man, or not get those toys. Either way, we will have reviews up as always. This is Super Robot Ed. Bringing more news reveals to them. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.